Hey everyone, J-Ro here, back with another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and today I am here to do a banner review on Yuffie's new featured draw weapon, the Rocker's Guitar, and her new outfit, the Rocker's Outfit, as well as our Reawakened Crossover Banner for the Final Fantasy VI Crossover. Alright, so before we get into it, if you could please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Alright, so let's start with the oldies but goodies first. So we have here the Reawakened Final Fantasy VI Crossover Banner. So basically what they've done, they've brought back the 4 weapons for Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa, and Aerith that were featured during the Final Fantasy VI collaboration in November of last year. And they've upgraded all the outfits. All the outfits had physical magical reward, and those went up to 15 points from 10 points. So now you basically have 20% additional physical magical defense on your when you wear these outfits. And then so going into each one specifically, in Locke's outfit you have the physical ability mastery. This is basically the non-elemental physical arcanum for 15%. Tifa's is the same. And then you have Aerith, who has buff debuff extension plus, and then of course Edgar's attire is the magic water arcanum. Okay. Now, each one of the weapons minus Aerith's Terror Rod got an upgrade as well. So we'll go down the list. We'll start with the old one that did not get upgraded. Terror's Rod basically is an AoE triple resist down. Really made for this Kefka fight that's coming out because Kefka is weak to fire, ice, and lightning. Basically, it's a 4 ATB cast for 3 elemental resistance down for 35 seconds. It's pretty good. It's a very good weapon for high HP and buff debuff extension. It's a pretty good weapon overall, but it did not get any upgrades unlike the next 3 weapons. So let's go ahead and take a look at Sephiroth. Sephiroth's Edgar's Core Blade ability did not get anything new, but the R abilities changed. The R ability used to be 46 over 39. Now it is water potency, not water potency, magic attack is 62. So that means now in the main hand with the Edgar's Core Blade, you max out magic attack R ability without having to have a sub weapon. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and check out Tifa. So Sabin Claws, the main difference here is that this weapon was originally low to high. So you would have to cast it 3 times to reach its maximum value. But what's really special about this weapon, if you just watched my video showcasing Matt in Basement 100, you got to see this weapon in action, is the additional 40k damage that it does at OB10. Basically, but what this weapon also does is raise physical and magic attack mid tier versus low tier to high tier. So instead of 3 casts, you get it in 2. All right. But this is a very niche weapon, and the R ability, no, the R abilities were 62 over 39 for it to begin with. All right. And last but not least, and the one that I think got the best set of upgrades, is Cloud's Lock Sword. Let's go ahead and look in it. There are several videos on my channel about Lock Sword and Cloud's builds, especially from during that time when it first released. When this weapon it's kind of like the opposite of Aerith's Terrorist Rod. This is a damage boosting weapon that will raise fire, ice, and lightning damage mid tier maximum high. Well, mid tier maximum high originally, but now at OB10 this weapon will raise Cloud's fire, ice, and lightning damage high on the first cast, and they reduced it from 4 ATB to 3 ATB, meaning this weapon now is perfect for his elemental builds. But Cloud is very much lacking something like exploit weakness, another form of haste, because this would technically be your secondary weapon slot. Now this weapon is slowly but surely getting outdated, because back when we got this weapon, we didn't have anyone that could do fire damage up. And now we do have at least one support character, Matt, that can raise fire damage up. Also, ice damage up, you got Sid and Aerith that can do that. But the only one we don't have a support unit that can raise the damage up of currently is the lightning damage up. And knowing how things have been going, Applebot is probably definitely about to release something to raise lightning damage up in the near future. So you have to really gauge if these weapons are worth it for you to go for. This is a limited banner, this crossover banner. These weapons only come back every once in a while. As you can see, this is the first time since November of 2024 that these weapons have come back. Looking at their stamp card, you have your 11 million download medals here. It looks like you can select any of these weapons. So, and you have this for 4 pages, because you do have a gear voucher on each page. So you got 2 copies on your first page and 3 copies on the subsequent 4 pages. So looking at it in all, if you were just to focus on one character going through this banner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can OB10 one weapon immediately by going through page 4 of this banner. If you're trying to get all 4 weapons, go through and get all 4 gears. But I would highly recommend against it. Usually, even some people are talking about going for Edgar's Core Blade, but Edgar's Core Blade, yes, it's a strong magic water DPS and weapon, but we are in the realm now of the now 120% DPS in weapons without conditions, and getting additional things like enfeebled added on to them. So you probably don't want to look back versus looking into the future, because we don't know when the next time we're going to need magic water. I would say if you already have magic water Tifa built, stay with that, work with that, be perfect. Other than Edgar's Core Blade, Lock Sword is pretty good, but Terra's Rod is really good for a support unit, especially on Aerith, because of the fact that most characters use Aerith. Remember that Aerith, that does give her access to 4 elemental resistance down, because she does have, of course, Floor Wand and do Wind. Alright, so that is my take on the crossover banner. Let me know down in the comment section if you're going to pull for any of these. For me, I don't have to pull on any of the crossover weapons, because I have all 4 of them maxed from their original banner. So I automatically got all the upgrades and everything for them. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the real deal of the day. We have Yuffie in her new amazing outfit and weapon. Which is kind of odd to say that they are bringing back both. And also, let me make a note right here. The crossover banner ends on July 2nd, so it's not here for very long, maybe 2-3 weeks tops. Alright, now clicking over here to Yuffie, whose banner doesn't end until July the 9th, so the week after the crossover banner leaves. We're going to go ahead. We see the animation. It looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and jump in and look at this outfit. This outfit is, for all puns intended, it is rocking. I love it. This looks great on Yuffie. I didn't even think of her getting an outfit like this. Like, this so fits her style. Like, I love everything about it. The black stockings. Her skirt could be a little bit longer, but I like I just like the whole outfit in general. And look at this. I am really trying to figure out what is with Yuffie's new shurikens being all forms of kind of items. Because she has a bell, now she has a guitar. And look, she even has rings on her finger. And then look at these different color nails. Those are so cool. And the boots. Look at the boots. oh my goodness, this is a great outfit. I want to say that Applebot has been slamming it with these outfits lately. I don't know what's been going on, who they got rid of in the aesthetic department, but good riddance to them and welcome to the new person, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and find out what the Rocker's outfit does. It is Physical Magic Award, 10 points. Alright, so only 15% of the physical magic defense up. And then we have the Frost Spell Arcanum HP Plus. So we are getting Ice ability damage 30% and attack command gauge magic ability damage 20% and 15% of HP. So the first question that anybody is going to ask is, do I need this outfit if I pulled for her Halloween, the Little Red Wreath outfit? And I would say no. You don't need this outfit if you did pull for that, because the thing is, you're only going to be missing 15% more damage. For those who are mid-max, and of course you will want to go ahead and get this, because now this means that this is for her magic ice build. This is her true magic ice outfit. You would still use probably the Little Red Wreath with this outfit. And the reason I say that is because we're going to go ahead and check out the Rocker's guitar now. We're going to go ahead and look at it at base 5-star. The pack attack is 29, the max attack is 41, the heal is 39. The ability is called Freezing Rift. It is a 4 ATB cast. It does 320% magic ice damage to a single enemy. And also when Yuffie's HP is 50% or more, it applies exploit weakness to all allies for a duration of 20 seconds with a potency of 20%. And then it also increases the command gauge by 10%. The magic attack is there for our abilities and magic ability potency. And for material slice, we're looking at double magic attack and circle sigil. So let's talk about that ability right quick. So we've got a character now that can apply exploit weakness to the entire team. That's pretty good. Now there's even Cloud paired with Yuffie can have exploit weakness. You could bring this as a Yuffie as a support character in a team to assist Cloud, because Yuffie does have originally a lot of different elemental resistances in her kit, so that allows you to bring like an elemental resist down in this weapon, and you can give your teammate a boost to their damage all the way around. But let's talk about the reason why this increases command gauge is here. The last time we got a weapon like this was Blade of the Ruin for Glenn, and when that dropped, we got a guild boss that we needed to use this type of ability for because of Dread. The ability Dread forces the command gauge to be very slow charging, which of course will stifle you getting to that max magic potency ability damage there. So you need a weapon like this to push that on along. That's pretty good, honestly, because it doesn't really hurt it being there. This would technically look like it would be a sub weapon to Yuffie's Little Red Wreath, basically maximizing the amount of damage. This also would just work good with her in any of her magic set damage type weapons in general, if you ask me, because we do have the Bird of Prey, which is a physical based weapon, but looking at the R abilities, this weapon blends in perfectly for her magic base. So then you'll have the Bird of Prey for physical based teams, and then this one for magic. All right, let's go ahead and look at it at OB5. I mean, not OB5, but OB1. We got pack attack at 281, max attack at 399, heal at 184. The damage goes up to 380. The exploit weakness is 20% with a duration of 25 seconds and command gauge 10%. And look like we're gonna have our normal basic our ability line. It is right now 32 over 15. It'll max out at 4639. Let's look at this at OB FF6 now. We're looking at Pack Attack 442, Mac Attack 627, and Heal 221. Dealing 500% Magic Ice damage, and Exploit Weakness is 30% with a duration of 30 seconds, and extension of 10 seconds, and command gauge goes about 20%. And we're at 40 over 27 on our abilities. And looking at OB10, finally, we got Pack Attack at 482, Mac Attack at 684, Heal at 235. Looking at 600% Magic Ice damage with still a 30% Exploit Weakness, but for 40 seconds, and increases the command gauge by 20%. Alright, so this weapon is good at OB6 for sure. OB6 will be a good spot for this weapon if you do decide to go for it. So let's talk about this exploit weakness. So how does this stand with all the other exploit weaknesses? So as you know, they all have different percentages at OB10. Tifa and Sephiroth respectively both have 40% for their exploit weaknesses. The Bird of Prey and this weapon have 30%, while Zack's Sword of the Hunt has 35%. So by far Yuffie has the weakest exploit weakness in the game, but now we have an exploit weakness that can be applied by you know, as an AoE buff to the team. So this makes it kind of worth to have at OB6. Is it a must pull? No, it is not, because of the simple fact that it will be wishlistable after July the 9th. At least that's my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is down below in the comment section. Also, of course, this is another chance to pull Matt's Gladius on this banner as well. And so yeah, let's take a look at the stamp card right quick for Yuffie. And this is the stamp card that we've been getting. So this is why it said we would get the amount of 11 million download celebration medals, was because on this week was like doubled. Is because we actually ended up with 2 banners. So just like normal, like we did with Matt and with Sephiroth, the first 2 pages are able to get you to OB4. Yeah, OB4. And then after that you're good. You just don't want to go into the EX page. Alright, so let me know what you think of both banners. If you're gonna decide to go on the crossover banner, I'm really interested in hearing everyone's thoughts about the crossover Reawakened banner. Of course, these weapons will be able to be used to probably increase the amount of things you get from the Kefka, the Reawakened story event. So there's that to look at, but these weapons are good. The only one that has longevity is Terra's Rod, and you could say even Sabin Claws, but Sabin Claws is just very niche. Okay. Alright, so let me get back over here to Yuffie. I am going to go ahead and do some pulls, at least to page 2. I like this weapon. I like this outfit. I definitely want the outfit. But if I don't get to OB6, I won't be crushed. I'll probably do an updated Ifrit clear with Ice Yuffie using this now, because the original build that I used was with Bird of Prey. So I want to now see what it can do with this. So let's go ahead and get into some draws. Oh, I didn't go over my wish list. Hold up. No, you're interested, probably. Not really. But I'm going to go ahead and wish list Calf Plug. This is a great weapon, for a sub weapon for Magic Ice. As you know, we got a notice for Guild Battle that Magic Ice will be the boss. So here we go. This is why I'm wish listing this. I just want to boost up the stats on the one that I have maxed out. Sawed Off GS, same as last week, boosting up attack and magic ability potency. Then Power Soul for HP magic ability potency. And then also to note that on this banner and the crossover banner, the weapons from Glenn's banner are now available to be wishlist. So we have the Pirate's Glaive. I will be glad to get this weapon boosted up and get a showcase done on it. And then also the Mithril Slasher, which is of course the Angel water weapon that does water resist down. So AoE water resist down. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully pulling copies of those. And yeah. So, like I said, let's get into some draws. Two, yay! We started off we're gonna get a weapon off the bat, y'all. Can we get multiple? Can we get multiple? Let's see. Ooh. We got Angel, Vincent, and Yuffie. Yo, okay. Well, we knew we was getting a Yuffie. All right, we rocking it out already. Yep, there we go. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep pushing. This is kind of one of those banners where I want the stamp look. So, how did everybody do in battle ranking? I hope everyone had fun with it and managed to get at least your 250 score and your total points completed. Ooh, bad pool. I'm really looking forward to the next guild battle. Us and Bahamut, we have a lot of new members. I can't wait to work alongside all of those people. And of course work with the people that I'm used to working with. But really excited to see some fresh faces around. Alright. And I kind of want to go and test out Locksword too. I might make a video testing out Locksword. Double Tifa. Okay, for the double power soul. Come on, I need me some copies of Yuffie. I want to hit OB6. Okay, I might end up hitting it if I keep getting one stamps. Next one will put me at OB1. Next pool is definitely an OB1. So, let's see. Boom. Well, we got a one stamp. Alright. Come on, where's the luck at? Come on, everyone send me your energy so I can get these pools out the way. And, ooh. That's Vincent and Yuffie. Look like they coming in pairs together. Alright, so that's OB1 on Yuffie's weapon. Alright, pushing forward. Two stamp, there we go. We're a long way away from that outfit. Come on, give me some copies of Yuffie's weapon. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where my Mirror Sonic Cloud at? He ain't showed up yet. Alright, let's see. Wait, where is my red chocobo? He normally be done showed up by now. Where he at? Y'all, what did y'all do to my red chocobo? He ain't showed up none. My red and my black one. Where is that? Did one of y'all take my red chocobo? Oh, hold up, hold up. Double Tifa. I'm about to go take Power Soul off my wish list, I promise. That's the problem with having the wish list weapons that's just novelty for you at this point, because you don't really need some weapons, and those are the weapons that I keep getting. Ooh, goodness. Alright, looking like a rough pool session here. Alright, this will be the pool that will get the outfit. 1 stamp. Oh. Let's see. And no. Oh, my luck is bad today, y'all. But I got the outfit. Boom. Alright. Let's see, where we at? Ooh, we done went through all 100 tickets. Oh, 10 pools. And only on the first stamp of page 2. This was a lot of pools. It'd be better if I was getting Yuffie parts. Come on, Yuffie. Alright, we on page 2. Can my luck turn around? I don't know. Maybe I need to. Alright, let's see. We pushing through. All yellows. My goodness. Come on. I guess after I had all the good luck with Matt's banner last week, all my luck is just gone. Whoop. Oh, there goes Vincent. I'm having fairly decent wish list luck. I can't say that much. Okay, there's my little red chocobo. By the time he showed up. Alright. Yeah, where you been at, bro? Alright, we got through the first. We're through the first 6 now. I feel better. We're getting 2 goals for sure. We're getting a 5-star and guaranteed Yuffie coffee. Maybe we get multiple. Whoa. Alright, so we got Glenn, Yuffie, and hey, there we go. 2 copies of Glenn and 2 copies of Yuffie. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go. Oh, double red chocobo. Let's go. I need that chocobo to show up one more time, y'all. That should actually be, once I get to the end of the stamp card, I should be at OB6, huh? Ooh, Angel and Yuffie. I take Angel. Let's go. Alright. Let's see, what we looking at? Ooh, we at 1K on the, we're at 1K. So yeah, 1 more copy and we'll have OB6. Come on, give me my red chocobo. Darn it. 2 stamps. They were determined to make me do 2 more pools here, huh? And that is Angel and Vincent. Nice. Okay, I can work with that. And the final pool. Let's go. Two stamps. Of course it's a 2 stamp. Always is over. Alright, let's see. Boom. Just the guaranteed. Ain't that some mess? Okay. Well, I got my OB6. Can't complain. Alright, now let's go check out our spoils. Alright, there's Yuffie's weapon right there. You know what? The 2 weapons I want to check out are right there. So before we do Yuffie, let's do Glenn. Glenn is now. Ooh. Yep. Glenn is looking good. Not gonna lie, using 3 parts are almost warranted there. But no rush. Alright, and then putting Yuffie to OB6. And you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and put it to 120. Yeah, I got enough ingots. Alright, there you have it. Well, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Let me know down in the comment section what banner you're deciding to go on, whether it's going to be the Final Fantasy VI crossover rerun, or if you're going to go on this banner for Yuffie's new Rocker's guitar. I can't wait to get started doing some damage testing and doing some videos, testing out some of the weapons that got different upgrades from the crossover rerun. But with that being said, if you like the video, remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.